Hello and welcome to this session about the BI OnDemand integration for SAP Business One. My name is Darius Hedarian and I'm part of the Rollout Services department. So first of all, I would like to let you know how the situation was before the patch level 8 of release 8.8.1. The web-based analytic platform SAP BusinessObjects BI OnDemand is available to all registered users for sure. But this platform, however, is not connected to SAP Business One as the underlying business application. In order to leverage SAP Business One data within SAP BusinessObjects BI OnDemand, a query result had to be exported in the CSV format and then manually imported into the SAP BusinessObjects BI OnDemand service. So after applying the patch, we provide an integration between SAP Business One and the BI OnDemand service. So executed SAP Business One query results can then be populated into the SAP BusinessObjects BI OnDemand service for graphical illustration. So the SAP BusinessObjects BI OnDemand service is an easy to consume and on-demand application that extends functionality. So with this solution, you have a software as a service, better known as a cloud service, where you can access your BI data anytime. So you can upload your data to the cloud and then explore, report, and share the data within the cloud with others. So in terms of Business One, you can then directly send your query results to the cloud through the integration. What are the prerequisites? So first of all, for sure you need SAP Business One 8.8.1 with patch level 8. You would also need a BI OnDemand account, which you can sign up for free. I would recommend you to select the checkbox "Keep me signed in for 2 weeks" because this would save you the login credentials every time. I will show you this later in the demonstration, in the live demonstration. You would also need the Internet Explorer version 8 or higher. And it's quite important with the new operating systems like Windows Vista or Windows 7, you would also need to run the Internet Explorer by default as administrator. To see how to change this permanently, look at the SAP note. For BI OnDemand, there are different usage types available. So the most popular is the personal edition, as it's free of charge. And there's a limitation, at least planned, by 10 megabytes data storage in total, or 2000 data rows per data set. With the personal edition, you just have one account and one user. With the Essential and Advanced Edition, you have user groups and group level security, so you could share with other colleagues the same data sets, the same uploaded data, and the same graphical illustrations. The Advanced Edition has, in comparison to the Essential Edition, the benefit that you can use data warehouse or on-premise connection, so you can put your whole database in the cloud and not just, let's say, extract the data from an SQL query. More detailed information about BI OnDemand itself and the pricing and so on can be found on the SAP Channel Partner portal. The link is available at the end of the presentation. So with BI OnDemand, you can easily explore, report, and share your uploaded data. You can create visualizations on the fly. You can combine different data sets in BI OnDemand and join tables and so on. You can also use your Apple iPhone, iPad, iPod, or a Blackberry to access your own BI OnDemand account and the data which is uploaded there from everywhere, which you can see here in the screenshot on the upper right. And you have there pretty much the same functionality like on your laptop. So if you have uploaded data from a SQL query, you can also then change, let's say, the focus of your initial sorting and grouping and everything. It's you can just do a different analysis in BI OnDemand than initially planned. So you can play around with the data and do, let's say, further filtering and also, let's say, explore the data. So what is also possible with BI on Demand is to create comprehensive dashboards. So you can just put all your visualizations close to each other on one big dashboard, and you can then easily drag and drop other visualizations on your dashboard and remove them, make them in full screen and arrange them, that you get a holistic picture of all of your data sets on one view. So within SAP Business One, you will find in the administration module a new functionality, which is the BI OnDemand integration. In the BI OnDemand integration configuration window, you can then easily manage a list of queries you want to upload, and you can always refresh them there. With the Upload Now button, you directly upload your query results to the BI OnDemand platform. You can then also use the SAP Business One Cockpit browser widget to display BI on Demand within SAP Business One. I will show you this also later in the demo. If you use, as already said, a checkbox for saving your credentials for 2 weeks, you will have the benefit that within SAP Business One you can seamlessly click on Upload Now and it will work. But as said, just for 2 weeks, then you need to re-log in, which you can also do then within Business One if you use the Cockpit browser widget. So if you look at the screenshots in the lower left, you can also see here a query which was generated in Business One, and now you have a new button in the middle, Upload to BI on Demand, which then can upload an ad hoc query, so one which is not saved or stored in the query manager. Keep in mind that you have just on your account a maximum of 10 megabytes for all of your data sets, and per uploaded query up to 2000 lines. So on the last slide, I would like to provide you some additional information for SAP BusinessObjects BI OnDemand. Just visit the SAP Channel Partner Portal page. You can find it here on the bottom. And I would also recommend you to have a look at the training and the documentation. So let's go now to SAP Business One. So now in Business One you can see that I have activated the cockpit and also a browser widget, which loads the BI on Demand start page, which is, if you go to settings, bi.ondemand.com. So in here I will first need to enter my credentials. And I will also check here the checkbox, keep me logged in for 2 weeks, so that I can seamlessly use the BI on Demand integration for 2 weeks without logging in again. So now we're logged into BI on Demand. So what I will do next is to upload 2 queries I have prepared directly to BI on Demand. So first of all, have a quick look at the queries. So in the query manager, you can find 2 different queries. I have a BP account balance and credit limit query and a invoices by document date query. So let's do just a quick run of them. So the BP account balance and credit limit query looks like this. So we have only customers and the balance and credit limit. And the other query lists all invoices sorted by the posting date. And you can see lots of them. So we have 236 records here. I would be able to upload it directly to BI on Demand with one click, but this would be then an ad hoc query, which I am not going to use. I would show you how to manage the queries by the BI on Demand integration. So therefore, I will close the query manager and go to the administration module, and then on BI on Demand integration. So as you can see here, we have an empty list of queries, And what I will do now is I will enter those two queries. So I have one here directly, the BP account balance and credit limit query, and the next one would be invoices by document date. So I'm going to select both of them at the same time and select upload now. I will get now a system message which tells me, okay, there's a maximum of 10 megabyte allowed, and this data sets contain 244 lines. I would say yes, and I will soon get here in the bottom system message, data sets successfully uploaded. Okay, so if I go now, if I close this, and I will just refresh now here my BI OnDemand browser widget. You can now see that we have successfully uploaded both query results as so-called data sets. So let's have a quick look at them. I just clicked on the first one. And as you can see, we have here our business partners together with their balance and credit line. I could edit the data here. So let's say to see what if, to change some data, or I can directly explore it. So now, when the Explorer has loaded my data set, I can scroll down to see, let's say, a first guess how my graph could look like. So I can do quickly changes in here. For example, I want to see the card name, not the card code. And in addition to the balance, I would also like to see the credit line, for example. So this was an easy way to create, let's say, a quick visualization of our data set, of our query results. I can now create a visualization here. And have now stored my data set as a graphical illustration. So what I can do else? So I don't want to show you too much on BI OnDemand because it has so much functionality. But let's do 2 or 3 more things. So now I can also change the name here. So I will give it a new name and I call it BP balance and credit limit and save. So if I click here again on reports and data, I can get back to my start screen. And I will also show you the other query, invoices by document date. And I will click explore again. Okay, so now I will change here a different measuring. So I will change it from document number to document total. As you can see now below, we have now here the document total of each customer. So let's go up again, and I can now create another visualization out of this. I will edit the name and call it Business Partner Invoices and Document Total, and save it again. So, and the last thing I would like to show you is you can also combine different data sets. So let's go once more back to the main screen. I will now just right click here and say combine with another data set. And I will now combine the BP account balance and credit limit dataset together with the invoices by document date dataset. Just click on next. You can now see both of the datasets still separated and also combined. Okay, so I agree with the changes and say combine datasets. So with this combined dataset, I can now at least change the order. And if, for example, I would like to sort it with document number, I can just press here in the document number tab. Perfect. And now I would be able to explore this data. And now, for example, show again the card name. And I would also want to see, in addition to the balance, the document total of the business partner. So with this, I'm saving the last visualization. And I will rename it to Business Partner Invoices with Document Total Balance, and say save changes. So with this, I've created 3 visualizations. And I can now, if I would like to do this, go to the dashboard functionality of BI OnDemand. And add content. So I just click here on add content. And now I can select each visualization. I will choose all of them. So this one, the other one, and the combined one. And say close gallery. So, and I can now move them just right next to each other. And if I would like, I can do quickly a full screen view of one of these visualizations. So on this dashboard, you can see now all my 3 visualizations. And if I would now change something, so let's say in the transactional data, this will be reflected not directly on the BI OnDemand platform. I will need to update my query and re-upload it to BI OnDemand. So this is something I would like to show you. now at last. So if we, for example, take this query here, the balance and credit limit, we can easily change the credit limit in Business One. So I will do this right now. I will go here to the business partners, just pick one customer. Let's take the first one. I will change here the credit line to, let's say, 1 million, and say copy to field, update it. And if I would now refresh the dashboard here, you will see that BI OnDemand has not reflected the changes, as there is no direct synchronization there yet. So we would need now to go to the administration module, to the BI OnDemand integration configuration, and we'll select the relevant query, balance and credit line, and just re-upload it. And if I would now refresh this dashboard, you can see the changes. So with this, I would like to end the presentation. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.